Morning. Assalamu alaikum, dear students of Junior 6. How are you all? I hope you all will be fine. Dear students, open your textbook, open the page 85. Today I am going to start a new unit and unit 8, and the title of the unit is In a Tunnel. In a Tunnel basically is an extract from the stories which is a series mm, of Edith Nesbit's Railway Children, and which is about three children and how they feel when they were standing in the tunnel outside the train. And this story is basically a feeling, a contrast feeling when you are in the train, how you feel, and when you are outside the train, and especially you are standing in a tunnel, how you feel. So this is stories about the feeling, yeah, what sounds you hear in the tunnel and how you feel. Are you frightened and when you are near to death? So this story is taken from Edith Nesbit. Or let me tell you about the writer of the story. Edith Nesbit, basically a writer, a purely a writer of children's stories, and she was famous for her stories for children, and she has a lot of series of stories based on children's feelings, their imaginations, their interests, and how they feel. So though this is an imaginative story, but she always puts some realistic elements in her stories that the reader takes that stories quite real. Most of her stories deals with those children who are suffering from some difficult or hard time. As these children, you can see in the picture, we have three children in this story. One is Peter, and this is I think Phillips, and one is Bobby. These two sisters and one brother. So they were suffering a hard time because they were living without their father, who were caught by police for some robbery or some illegal work. So this is an extract from her series of Railway Children. And if we talk about the basic aim of this incomplete story, this is not a full story, a complete story which has a specific ending and the starting and ending. This is an incomplete story, and the basic aim of these incomplete stories is to create curiosity in children so that they by themselves search on net to know or read the full story, which creates or develops to have a habit of book reading. So as you know, how you feel when you are sitting in a train, and when you are standing in a tunnel outside the train. So you can see in the picture, this is a tunnel, and these three kids are standing in the tunnel, and the train is coming towards them, and how they feel and how they becomes frightened, we will discuss in story while we will reading it with translation. And before going to start reading with translation, let me tell you the whole story in Urdu. In a tunnel basically एक एक्सट्रैक्ट है, एक टुकड़ा लिया गया है एक मुकम्मल कहानी की सीरीज से, जो जिसका नाम है रेलवे चिल्ड्रन, जो कि और इसकी राइटर हैं एडिथ नेस्बिट, जो कि अपने टाइम की एक फेमस राइटर थी, बच्चों की स्टोरीज़, बच्चों के लिए स्टोरीज़ लिखती थी, बच्चों के इमेजिनेटिव, वो कैसे फील करते हैं, कैसे वो डर महसूस करते हैं, इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में वो लिखती थी. सो ये स्टोरी भी जो है वो एक पीस है, इट्स नॉट अ कंप्लीट स्टोरी, ये कंप्लीट स्टोरी नहीं है. इफ़ यू वांट टू रीड the full and complete stories, you can find the material on the net, and also a film based on this series of book by Edith Nesbit, and the name of the film is, I think, Railway Children, and you will have the almost 5 to 6 chapters on this film. So you can go and see and watch the फुल फिल्म ऑन दिस स्टोरी। सो ये जो है उनके बारे में थ्री चिल्ड्रन के बारे में, पीटर, बॉबी एंड फिलिप्स के बारे में, जो कि इनका बेसिकली इनका फादर जो है उसको पुलिस पकड़ के ले जाती है, इनकी जो मदर होती है वो भी स्टोरीज़ लिखती होती है। सो ये मूव हो जाते हैं एक ऐसे गांव वाले इलाके में जहाँ पे ट्रेन्स वहाँ पे ज़्यादा गुजरती होती हैं। तो डेली बेस पे जो है ये घूमने के लिए वहाँ पे पहाड़ों में चले जाते थे और टनल में वहाँ पे जाके ये देखते होते थे, ट्रेन को आते जाते देखते होते। और उनका हार्ड टाइम क्यों गुजर रहा था, क्योंकि इनके फादर नहीं थे और इनके लिए डेली जो लाइफ में गुजर बसर करना बहुत मुश्किल था। और स्पेशली सर्दियों में जो है इनके पास प्रॉपर ब्लैंकेट्स वगैरह भी नहीं होते थे और कोयल भी नहीं होता था कि ये आग जला सकें और अपने घर को गर्म कर सकें। सो ये स्टोरी है और लेट्स रीड द स्टोरी विथ ट्रांसलेशन।